Hello and welcome back to my Loop Hero Let's Play. We are going to jump in where we left off last time. Pretty exciting stuff. We had a relatively good rogue run last time, but we didn't actually beat the boss, which is a bit... it's probably my fault for pushing it a little too hard. We did unlock the Necromancer, and in addition to that we got the Ancestral Crypt golden card, or Crypt golden card. Anyways, I figured, you know what, let's go ahead and take out the Necromancer, and let's play around with that a little bit. We're going to take the wheat fields and see what we have in store for us there. I don't think we need swamps, so we're going to leave that out. We'll do the Blood Grove and the regular Grove. We will still do this strategy. And I'll first run it with Arsenal because it gives the Necromancer an additional slot as well, which can be pretty powerful. At some point, though, maybe we'll try this as well. This is pretty good for keeping you alive. Maybe early game it's better, and this is just really more of an in-game thing because it does reduce the quality of items as well. So, 3 HP for every enemy with a soul killed by the hero. With a soul. So, we have to really think about what enemies we're going to be fighting and go from there. Okay. Well, at the very least, we'll start with Arsenal and we'll see how we do. The reduction in quality may actually really hurt us here. I did remember that running this later, I have items in my supply that boost quality. So once you get enough to offset that, it's a non-issue. So maybe that's why it's never really affected me. But yeah, we'll start with that and we'll see how we do. Other than that, yeah, let's just roll with it, see what's up. We may also we may be forced to try Act 2 at some point here to see if we can get additional abilities. Also, you'll notice here, I never really mentioned this, but max amount of resources is 10 total on the first tier. We're probably more than strong enough to at least try Chapter 2. I don't know that we'd be able to beat the boss. But let's at least take this out for a run on Act 1 and see how we do. Okay, so first thing we'll do, so this is an example, you really don't want to take a prime spot like that up. This could be good for a Blood Grove. That could be good for a Blood Grove. Maybe I'll do it here. Okay, and you'll notice now, so this is a book, which we'll see in a minute. We get 2 ring slots. We get the neck. Those are the 4 main slots for the Necro. And then in addition to that, because we have Arsenal, we get the shield spot. But we can't equip that because it's not a book. So we are going to be a bit weak at first, but that's not bad. And what I will do, the first thing I'm going to do is put that down. We don't even have an armor slot, which is kind of funny. Okay. Now you'll see when I try to place this, it's going to go right next to, it's only these 2 spots. So next to a village. And let's get those going and see. Okay, here we go. So we've got a ring. You'll notice lots of different things. So summoning quality is something different we're not used to. We get this. We got another shield, but none of those are worth anything. And this is our quest mob. Okay, great. Put this down. I'm going to assume these activate. I never even thought about that. Yes, I'm going to assume it does. If it doesn't, that'd be a shame. Okay, now this is one of the best types of rings you can get. Skeleton level, okay? You have max number of skeletons, which is really important. Skeleton level is what you want to be on par or higher than the loop enemy level that you're running. At least from what I've found playing this class. Your damage is also going to boost that stat. But right now we have nothing in the book slot, so it looks pretty bad. Let's put this know what we could do is we could put it here. We have to block this spot. Yeah, let's just do it there. That's fine. It should go down, so that should be okay. As long as we get a skeleton out, we should be okay. Now, here's the skeleton level. Here's the Grimoire. So once we do that, we'll see that our skeleton level is now 1. And that's the loop we're on. So we want to at least be on par or as high, higher than we can. The white/gray books, or grimoires, have the highest skeleton level. So typically, I stuck with those playing this class. We'll see if that's better. No, it is not. Okay. So we're back to kind of just, we do need to look at our stuff every time here. Okay. Okay, great. So we got, oh wow, that's great. That's a major improvement. Not only is the shield higher, but we get evasion, which is not nearly as important for a Necro. It's almost completely useless. And then skeleton level bonus, that's just a bonus, so that's amazing. Attack speed and defense, we're waiting for better rolls on our shield, but right now we don't have it, so. I'd say so far this is going pretty good. Got another treasury. I don't know why I put this down here. I don't think it matters, so that's good. Don't want to put that there. Let's see, what else would we want? Put something there, maybe. Okay, that's max skeletons, so now we're forced to replace something. Gotta have that. And I always want to prioritize one ring slot for skeleton level, and one ring slot, unless we can get it on our shield as well, one ring slot is for max skeletons, so that probably won't change. It doesn't matter what quality you get, you'll only get +1 on a ring, to my knowledge anyways. You might get other rolls on the ring. See, like, I know that's attack speed, so we're definitely not doing that. Okay, here's a new enemy. Artificial life is the enemy, so that's going to determine what gets dropped by them. Okay, well, we're definitely not going to swap that, so we're good. This is our quest reward, but we're not. That's just not good enough. Okay, we got another battlefield, so we'll do that. I'm gonna make that. That'll be fine. So far, so good. I mean, we're doing okay. Now remember, by putting these down, we are going to be reducing our health. So if something breaks through our shields, we're probably going to be in trouble. The difference between this and Rogue is we summon stuff to take the brunt, hopefully. Summon quality, by the way, is the tier of skeleton that can spawn. So there's like 4 tiers of skeletons. I would never prioritize that, but it is still good to have. And this also means we're probably going to get a lot of the ore, because a lot of the stuff is just going to get converted, hopefully. See how he went directly for us. That was not great. They're not exactly hitting hard. Okay, here we go. Max skeletons, evasion, defense. So the defense is just a bonus overall. Regen is just a bonus. Evasion is just a bonus. But the max skeletons, definitely going to be replacing that. Okay, skeleton level is the exact same, but we get quality and attack speed. So we're gonna replace the right-hand ring. So that is just because it's the same or higher skeleton level. That's what I prioritize. And he's tearing through that shield. Not great for us. Okay, great. We got 2 upgrades here. 133, 175. Skeleton level on top of skeleton level with evasion and attack speed. So that's almost a 2.0 versus a 0.78, which is what we currently have. So watch down here. Skeleton level 1.23. Bam. 2.44. We're still kind of behind, but we're doing better now. See, that's a different tier. That's a next tier up, a warrior versus the regular one that came up, and that's specifically related to summon quality. Okay. I'm going to put that there, and I'm going to put my blood grove down, and maybe we'll get lucky and we'll be able to beat this boss. I don't know. We're not getting a lot of cards, and that's a bit concerning. Okay, I can't really put that anywhere else. Now there's an example where the ring we just put on. Now, we could prioritize. We have 3 skeletons. Right now we have +2, so we could have a total of 4 skeletons, making us very powerful. You could potentially remove the ring and make your skeletons more powerful right now if you wanted to, and you'd still get 3 skeletons out. That might be the way to go. But for now, I'm going to hold on to that. And you can see, as long as my skeletons are out, I've got nothing to fear, unless they initially attack, like target me first, which definitely can happen. These are just for resources. Typically, again, I would not normally run this with Necro, but you know, it is what it is. This is what we got. So, and all the while, we've also got one of these now. Let's look at that again. Okay. And you can kind of see friendly skeleton versus warrior damage here, at least where we currently are with our stuff. So you can just kind of see that there is a difference. Like I said, there's at least one other tier above that. I can't remember if it's 1 or 2. Okay. I don't know why that locked. Okay, 270. That is an upgrade, even though we lose evasion, we lose attack speed. But that is way higher than what we currently have. So, again, down here at the where we're seeing skeleton level 2.44, 3.16. Okay, they're killing him instantly. That's not good. That's, I fear that's what we're going to run into here coming up. We haven't gotten a single vampire mansion, which is kind of funny. We've got this area pretty much locked down for the most part, so I'm just going to kind of spread stuff out at this point. And that's the blood clot here. Undead, liquid, and has a soul. Okay. Well, that's good. We leveled up. We get to look at all this loot here. Give us a second here. Okay. First 2 skeletons summoned in a day will be strengthened. I don't particularly think that's great. This is okay. Lay down one's life. Any direct damage to the hero will eventually will be evenly split between him and his skeletons. This can absolutely get you killed on bosses. I've tried this multiple times, and every time I ended up losing all my skeletons and was immediately targeted and killed. I guess we'll do this. This is a little lackluster, but it can be cool if it procs. So, of all the ones it could have picked, that was pretty weak. Oh, we forgot to look at our loot. Okay. 1.24, that's just not high enough. Max skeletons. Okay, okay. So this is an example of there is no reason why I would not equip this on the left ring. That's just there's so many bonuses to that. We're definitely going to do it. Now this has skeleton level versus max number of skeletons. Right now we have 4, and sometimes that's very, very difficult to get. We will hang on to this, and we'll hang on to these 2. This is 222 versus 270. 222 plus 69, so we got to do some math here. 291. So this is technically an upgrade. So yes, we will take that. Let's see, I'm double checking my math here. Wait, is that right? 222, yeah. 291 is what it should go to. So max level should be higher than 3.16. Let's find out if I did my math right. Yes. Okay. Excellent. Alright, so let's continue. You have to be a little bit more hands-on as you're running Necro, but it can definitely be great. I mean, you can see that this is looking pretty good so far. Okay, I'm gonna take a chance. Do I want that at the beginning or at the end? Indeed. If I do it here, I could put a blood grove there eventually. Let's just try it and see what happens. I mean, we're experimenting right now. Okay, so that's another shield. It's a different shield type. And this is a Grimoire, which is 2.19. That's not good enough. So we'll keep going. I mean, so far, we're actually doing quite well. Okay, we got that from the quest. 2.37, but with no other bonuses as far as skeleton level goes, so we won't do that. We really need an upgrade on our amulet here, so maybe I take something like this. I mean, typically I wouldn't replace skeleton level. Don't like doing that, but I'll hang on to it. If it becomes a problem, I'll swap it, but we definitely need an upgrade to that. Got more wheat fields, but no villages, so this is not wonderful. I did get an Oblivion card, so that's cool. Do we want to put another vampire mansion down? Maybe we'll put one down there. We'll see how this goes. Who knows? This is why having multiple skeletons out is important. As you can see, if you only can summon 2, that's probably going to be a problem. Now, the whole village with the vampire mansion, I don't recommend doing that, especially as early as we are in the game with a Necro, because if you can't get the skeletons out fast enough, they can really mess you up. I mean, it could work, but I'm not going to take the chance right now. Oh, that's an example of that triggering. So I got a free meadow, and I've seen it trigger like 3 times in a row. So that is kind of neat. It could potentially trigger on this stuff. It could trigger on like a village. I mean, any card that you place, it could potentially trigger. So, let's do something like. I'm looking to see where I want to put the wheat fields. Again, this might be too much, because I mean, right now we're doing okay. Maybe I'll hold on it for now. And just again, you can kind of see their health, their damage, defense, and all that stuff. So, I mean, so far so good. You know what? I'm going to use these, but I'm going to save this until we get through this turn. Okay. Oh, and we got a Skinner's knife. That's nice. It's not the best, but it's certainly nice to have. Okay, so we finished that. I'll just let it go a little bit, then I'll finish this, and it'll be on this loop now. 4, so 202. Max skeletons on a book is actually pretty insane. But now we're on loot or enemy level 5. We don't want to go down in skeleton level quality. We're only at 337 right now, so that's going to be a no-go, unfortunately. Can't really use that. The shield, I mean, it's good, except that we lose our max number of skeletons. We're hardly getting 4 out, though, to be fair. No, I think we hold for now. This is funny. I've got all these cards, and I can't really do anything with them. I mean, I guess I could finish this. You always want to work from your left card to your back to the right. So in this case, we'll take this village. We're going to put it here. Oh, look at that. We got a village back. That's hilarious. Okay. Oops. Okay. Now again, we may have gone too far, too quick. We're going to go ahead and just complete this right now. Anything else exciting? Skeleton level versus the shield. We really need... You know what? 75 versus 46. Maybe it's time to go ahead and just... I hate to do this, but 337 to 314, but at least we have a higher magic shield now, so that's good. That also puts into perspective how high the shields we were getting on Rogue were. Without a good magic shield, we are going to die. I mean, it's guaranteed to happen. Yeah, all this guy has is a shield, so... That's rough. Of course, he targeted us, so that was really bad for us. Okay, summon quality, no, no. That's still lower than what we have currently. So we're already getting metal. This might be the way to get metal if we need it, for sure. Okay. We got a pretty stacked board now, so far this is working pretty decently, though. Okay, so on the left we have max skeletons, the ring. When I say left and right, I'm talking about the rings here. So the right hand side summon quality is only 0.23. This is an upgrade for that. So let's go ahead and do that. We're back up to 337. What do we have here? 202, so it's 294. That's barely an upgrade, except that we lose the regen and stuff, but we gain, yeah. I wish it would take into account the... Yeah, sometimes I just have to do the calculations on the fly. I think this would be slightly higher. 291 is what my current one is, and this would be 294, so that would barely be an increase, but we'd lose the regen. I don't think that's really worth it, to be quite honest. The rest of this, there's nothing else here. We're not going to take this now, I don't think. Actually, this might be better. Yeah, I think this is actually better than what we equipped, so let's just put that on. Yeah, we're good. Okay. So we're just trying different stuff. The only thing that's bad is when the mobs target me first. That's what you don't want. The second they break the shield, they can switch targets though, so that's a plus for sure. I'm gonna put that there. I'm gonna put this down. Now, we've got 1, 2, 3 villages. We've got a bandit camp. I think I'm going to get rid of that. Oh, I lost my Oblivion card. That's disappointing. Okay, this is the... So you got skeleton, you got a regular friendly skeleton, you got a skeleton warrior, and then you got a skeleton guard. And that always, everything will always attack the guard first. So the summon quality can be, oh, here we go, can be pretty cool, but... It's not something I would personally prioritize simply because you don't have any control over that, whereas the skeleton level is always a big difference. Okay, we're good here, I believe. Do I don't know that I really need another one of these, but maybe I'll put one there. We're kind of just playing this safe right now. We're trying to be kind of chill. I don't want too many quest mobs on the battlefield. Because the more of these we get, the more we'll have to deal with there. Now, just so you know, this was added later. When I first started playing the game, these were never a thing, so there was no downside to placing a bunch of these, and I think they saw that in some of the feedback and added that kind of to counterbalance that. One spotter over here has that bonus. .194, that's definitely not high enough. Evasion is definitely not a stat I would worry about on Necro, but it's not like it couldn't be somewhat useful, I guess. 258 versus... No, that's what we have is still higher. So right now, we're doing... Okay, you know what? Wow, we got a free meadow. Nice. I'm going to just start placing meadows. Look at this, another free meadow. Nice. We've got so many of them. Might as well, I guess. Again, typically I wouldn't have meadows. Okay, let's just see what these guys look like. See, they're hitting me hard. Like, that's really hard. And what were we getting from that? Okay, well, Resurrection is an obvious one. And this is not a very good one again. And this we've already seen. We're going to go with the Resurrection because more than likely we're going to need it. I need to back off on adding stuff because I may have already overdone it. Of course, the second I use all my stuff, now we get this. That's kind of typical, though. Dude, those guys hit really hard. .85 and summon quality versus the evasion and regen. I'd like to have regen because that's just a passive regen. He doesn't get hit that much, so I think we're good with that. Okay, we got a dinner table. So this just gives you a, it's 1 times. I don't know why they would say 1 times the loop. So basically, whatever loop you're on, you get that much additional healing each time you pass the campfire, which is just another bonus. I mean, it's certainly not a bad thing. Okay, got a free desert. Nice. I mean, I'll be honest. This 10% chance to keep the card after placing it, it really can be cool. It's not something I would pick unless if I had other options, but it's pretty nice. You can see how much it's been proccing so far. So we have not been getting much very good stuff here, which is a bit unfortunate, but... And the regen is what's keeping us alive, I think, mostly. Having a bit of regen is always a good thing. Defense and skeleton level. Okay, so that's going to be our skeleton level ring on the right side. Yeah. It's the same skeleton level, but we just get 5 defense for free, so we might as well do it. This is gonna be rough. We have 2 quests, so I may actually die here. This is pretty close, as you can see. I think that's the first time we had all that stuff out at once. So it's the first time all 4 skeletons were out, and you can see I got torn up. So not running with the reducing health may be what we want. Of course, that being said, I don't know. You could argue it multiple ways, really. I don't really want any more of these out. What we have now is probably enough. Okay, this is the shield I want. This is always a max skeleton. In this case, it's just defense. And we have 1 regen right now, but you know what? Maybe we need that upgrade. I'd really prefer to keep the regen, quite honestly, but Is the defense that important to us? I mean, I think it also. I think defense also translates to our. You know what? Let's do an experiment real quick. Okay, so he has 17.49. Okay, so far that did not look like it changed unless it has to be the next battle, so no. Okay, so that defense does not translate to them. That's a bit unfortunate. I wish I had known that before. But oh well. We tried it. We still have the +1, and now we just have, ourselves have a lot higher defense. So it's still not a bad thing, but it's not. I wouldn't prioritize that. 289, that's still lower than what we currently have. Man, we got more blood groves than we know what to do with. Okay, where can we put a blood grove that would be a good spot? Here? Maybe put one down here. Oops, let's use far left. Need one here too, that'd be nice. I mean, we're still alive, so that's something, I guess. We're still doing decent. You could obviously Oblivion and blow these up, but I think it hurts. It does something that's bad if you blow them up. Okay, where are we at? We're on loop 5 only here. Okay. Well, the good news is we are getting tons of metal, so that's great. Because we're just not getting very high-end drops. I'm not really sure why, but okay, these like 4 spots of spiders, it's gonna be pretty rough. We're gonna keep going, but we need to get upgrades for books. Okay, 338. Is that higher? Yes, that is officially higher. We're gonna lose a little bit of regen and attack speed, but this is technically higher than what we have. Okay, so let's look at the number. 337, 384. That's an improvement. The fact that we're on enemy level 6 and we're only at 384 though is not good. That's we are way behind. Oh, okay, did not realize we were that close. Okay, let's go ahead and blow one of those up. Did not realize we were that close to spawning it. Was not paying attention to that, so this is not good for us. Okay, well, we got a lot of loot. Did we get anything that's worth anything now? 281, no. 122, we can give up some regen. Maybe we do that. At this point, to survive, we might have to. And you can see right now we're at minus 22%, so we also have the res. Okay, well this is not the worst thing I've ever seen. Okay, so we have one there. What would be the next best place for that? We only have one blood grove. I'm thinking maybe here. That covers the most space we could possibly cover. Man, if I had known that, I would have tried to force him. Wow, these guys are absolutely wrecking us. Yikes. Okay, I don't know if I like the scarecrows anymore. They're pretty rough. Okay, this is one of those situations where... Oh, we died. Wow. Okay, well, this just got out of hand, I think. Okay, we're going to take the other Oblivion and get rid of that, just in case we make it around this whole loop. Who knows if we will or we won't. It's not looking great, if I'm being honest. not looking great. They're like one-shotting our guys. So part of this could be that the skeletons themselves are just too weak. Maybe the reduced HP is not the strategy to go with. But I'm going to go ahead and see it through to the end this time. Because the Skeleton King, if we can get to him, or the Skeleton, the Lich, whatever he's called, you know what I'm saying. Okay, this is pretty decent. I think I would trade, what, 21 shield for summon quality and summon level. I don't think we have a choice with that, really. I mean, this is very scary. Okay, we got some more resources, so that's good. We're gonna keep going. I mean, this is looking like you know, the rogue looked really strong, and then all of a sudden I put too much on the board, and we got our butts kicked. And there it is. This is death right here. Okay. Well, we're gonna use one of our skulls and take all of that. That's disappointing, but at least we got to see what we could do. Yeah, the scarecrows I do not think are the way to go for this. But you know, it could just be me. I could just misplayed a lot of stuff too. It's possible. All right, well, let's retreat with our tails between our legs. Not great. We did get a bunch of resources. We still got a decent amount of stuff here. We've already built the farm. Let's go ahead and immediately go. Oops, not here. Let's go to this and let's see. Okay, we should have a bunch of new stuff. Okay. Okay, so we got the wheat fields unlocked on that one. All right. What do we have here? We should maybe have a couple of new enemies. Alright, so we got the Scarecrow. Okay, looks like that's all we got for that. We did get the dinner table, so there's that. We got the Skinner's knife. So if you're running the things with where the rat wolves come out, you know, obviously you get the damage boost and you get a ration after each kill, so that's gonna be pretty good. Okay, let's go to our supply and let's just see what we have here. See, now we're capped out and we could have other stuff. Oh, actually, that was probably a wasted slot for Necro. I forgot about that. I was thinking, yeah. None of that is permanent, is like major to our plight just yet. Okay, so let's just quickly look and see. Still can't do the warehouse because of this, which is a little disappointing. Early game is just very difficult to get that done. We still haven't seen any of these, and the fact that I can't even beat the first tier regularly. I think what I'm going to do is go back to my original setup with my rogue, only not put quite as many things down, and just see if we can beat the boss over and over again. Until we can get... What we really need is this at minimum, and then when this combines with this, I personally think rogue will most likely be unstoppable at that point. I say that. Probably not, because what I'm remembering is my guy having this like decked out, so that's probably part of the reason why he can do so well and we're struggling. Oh, the other thing we should look at is like things that we can upgrade. So before we do anything, we definitely want to make sure that we have what? We need at least 6 ore, 8 stone, 11 wood, and if we can not spend these, that would be better. So that being said, what are some of the things that we could upgrade? Of course, it requires this. So that's one option. We don't even have what we need for this. That would be really helpful, but of course we can't do that currently. Smelter, there is no way to upgrade that. No way to upgrade this. Herbalist hut could be useful. Of course it requires these, though. Refuge cannot be upgraded, nor can this. We clearly don't have this. we're not even close to getting this. And there's no upgrade for that. Okay, so really we don't have that. Okay, so what else do we have that we could do? We could try watchtowers and we could put down huts. It's 5 per. So that used to be part of my strategy, if I'm remembering correctly. I used to have the watchtowers. Where would we even be able to put this? Maybe I could put them on the sides of this. That might actually work. See, the thing is, like in the beginning, the early levels, like what we're at currently, this stuff can really help. But later on, they're just not worth any. They don't do much of anything really. You know what? So 8 food, 10. Well, that's gonna wipe us out on metal. 10 of this and 16 of that. Let's put 2 of these down, I guess. Maybe that will help us out. Okay, so we have 2 of these, and you'll notice these have upgrades too, and they're pretty awesome, but they're expensive. And I think you can upgrade them 4 or 5 times each, and we'll put 2 more on the other sides of these 2 right here, if I remember that, obviously. Okay, let's just quickly go back to supply. We're still 7 of 7, so we can't really add anything there. And now we don't have enough ore to do a mud hut, or anything else for that matter. Okay. Well, so basically what we did was we got some watchtowers, and you got to kind of see how the Necro works and how I build it. You could also argue there are better ways to build it, but I feel relatively confident in how I did it. Obviously we lost, so that's not super ensuring. I think a lot of that had to do with the fact that I just had too many of the wheat fields down. But built properly, I think that can work. So, and when I say built properly, I mean the map, because you effectively control how hard or how easy it's going to be. And I may have gotten a bit too zealous with it. So, anyways, we will pick up here in the next episode, and I think we'll probably try Rogue again and just see how that does. All right, hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.